Okay, I have this phone here, a Samsung Galaxy Young, and it's the GTS 5360 model. Okay, I got this a couple of years ago. I actually won it. It's a £120 phone. It's using an older version of Android, and because of that, most of the apps in app stores will not work on it. So I've been told to jailbreak the phone so that I can then get the latest apps. Okay, just show you the specs of this phone. Okay. Right. So I've been using this website, which is called droidthunder.com, which explains how to update the Samsung Galaxy YS360 to Lollipop. Lollipop is the latest version of Android, and Android is the operating system, obviously, on the phone. So I'll just go film this so I can see what steps we've already done. Anyway, we've managed to install Lollipop. This is a very good explanation of all the steps you have to do. It's blooming complicated, a lot more complicated than I was expecting. This was written in December 2014, so it's fairly relevant. They don't explain absolutely every step. There are a few bits that are confusing, but they give you a lot of detail. I won't film the whole site, they won't want me to do that, but they give you screenshots. They explain a lot of the steps you're going to have to go through. It's a lot more complicated than you think, and they tell you which things to download. So that is the Android version to put on this phone, Lollipop. You also need these other files, and you store those onto an SD card, micro SD card that's in the phone. This is the actual phone. To get to the micro SD card on this, you have to take the back off this phone. Let me try and... No, I can't do it while holding this. Hold on. I need to put the camcorder down. Right. So you snap the back plastic plate off. That's the battery. You've got a micro SD card there, and one that comes with the phone is 2 gig. So it's not a huge amount of space, but it should be enough. That's what the phone looks like. Okay. So anyway, we have managed to get Lollipop onto the phone. But then the problem is you've got no Google Play icon on the phone, and you need Google Play in order to be able to get apps. So that's the next step we're at. Let's just blah blah blah. So anyway, it's a lot. It's hours of work. It's not as simple as you think. Just gonna quickly look and find the next thing you have to do. Where did we get that from? Right, then on this website, androidroots.com, you have to get something called GApps, G-apps there, which is another file you have to download, and that's the thing that's supposed to put Play onto your phone. And GApps comes in all these different versions depending on what apps you want to install with it, and they give you a very helpful chart. So bear in mind, if you get the stock one, that's nearly 500 megabytes, so you've got to make sure you've got enough. I presume it's using the internal storage on this phone and not the SD card, because we've had some errors. We've tried installing the mini one, the micro one, the nano one. None of those will fit on this particular phone, the Samsung Galaxy Young. We then tried the Pico one, which is the smallest one, which is about 95 megabytes in size, and that's managed to go on the phone. But when I put the phone on, I still don't have the Play Store logo, even though it's told me that it's worked. GApps has gone onto the phone, but I still don't have the Play Store. So what do I do? Can somebody please explain to me what to do? I'll just show you below this chart. That's the download links, and as I said, they all vary in size. Stock apps is about 500 megabytes. The Pico one I've just done is 95 megabytes, and that's the one that fits on this phone. But let me just power up the phone so you can see. Use the unlock button, swipe the unlock button, and this is what the phone now looks like after putting Android Lollipop on it. You've got these, and that's it. there's no Play Store button. This is after many hours of work, and it's extremely frustrating. It's not at all simple to do. If someone said, look, I do know how to do this and I'll do it for 50 quid, pay them 50 quid. It'll save you hours of stress. So anyway, I've got no Play Store on that. I'm just going to hold the power button in. What was I going to try and show you? I'm just going to reboot the phone. Let's do recovery. Click OK. This, in theory, I think what I'm trying to do is remove the G-apps thing. I'm going to try and show you me reinstalling it. Excuse all the reflection on the phone, I can't help that. So there you go, that's the model of phone I'm attempting to do this on. Like I said, it's a £120 phone. Right. So using the Clockwork mod recovery on this phone, I want to install a zip from the SD card. So you use the, that's actually the sound menu, but you use the down button on that to get to it. Install zip from SD card. Click the home button to select that. Then now I need to choose zip from SD card. It's quite hard to see because it's white writing on a blue screen. And again, you click the home screen. And then use the side button again to go down. Right, so that's G-apps. I don't know if you can see that. Let me go closer. G-apps, modular Pico. So this is the 95 megabyte file that's supposed to put the Google Play app onto your phone. So you've selected that, then click the home screen. And then you have to go down to select yes. Okay, so you're over yes, install G-apps, click the home screen. And it looks promising, doesn't it? And anyway, we've done this a couple of times now. It's telling us that it's worked, but as I've said, we're ending up without the Play Store logo. There you go, it says installation complete. You can see that. Install from SD card complete. Okay. So what do I have to do now? Do I just power off the phone? And restart the phone? Because I mean, there's no instructions on there. There's on this. This is where I've got the file from, androidroots.com. This just gives you the links to actually get the thing, but there's no really good explanation on what to do. They tell you what the difference is between them. Here's what they actually tell you what to do. So simply flash the G-apps package, reboot, and you're set. Okay, so reboot. Right. So to reboot, I'm going to hold in the power button on the right. Ooh, what am I doing? No, I don't want to do that. Let me go. Let me use the back button out of this. Back. Oh, there you go. Right. Reboot system now. Click the home screen. It says rebooting down the bottom. If I'd have filmed every step we've been doing this, you'd have about 24 hours of footage. I mean, we've spent many hours going through this. We've gone through, like I said, had a lot of hassle getting the correct version of Android on there. We were trying a slightly older version of Android at first, and then we decided, well, we might as well get the latest version. And the problem is there's so many different websites telling you different ways to do this, different ways to put Lollipop onto Samsung Galaxy Y. There's too much information. It gets really confusing after a while. Okay, so our phone's just restarted. Okay, swipe, and then Click the, that's the apps button, that white button down there, I think. And this is what you've got. Okay. Still no Google Play button. So there you go. If anybody knows what to do, please leave a really detailed explanation in a comment on this video. I'm just stuck. I don't know what to do. Totally confused. And please use language like your grandmother would understand. Don't make it really complicated. I mean, people so often just write stuff and don't explain what anything means. Just do it so that anybody could follow the instructions, or better still, film like I'm doing. Use a camcorder and film every single button you press, explain everything you're doing, show me what to do next. Thank you very much. Bye bye.